Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So setting up in between episodes gave me some time to think about it. And that part where I said, if he happened to, the whatever the words I used, the bit about when he read the letter and how the confrontation took place, is unlikely, I think, that Fabio actually just handed that letter to Kurt and he read it right there and then got all wound up and bonked him with a glass bottle. So, I am changing my mind. This was planned. And so, it's off to the gallows. I mean, setting aside my previous commentary, which does still stand, about this not being something that Sherlock would involve himself in. So, who do we talk to about it? Do we j'accuse? Or do we talk to Oswald? J'accuse!
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl Matista wouldn't dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos.
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
But what for? He informed the police as to the crime, that was all. He couldn't stage the ritual, but he found the body, I believe.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Mr. Vogel. He had no reason, and he won't be a scapegoat as you plan. You put Fabio's letter in his pocket when he was intoxicated, didn't you?
You can't be serious.
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes, or their fingernails. You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were covered in blood. You panicked and neglected to rinse the soap from under your fingernails. The devil is in the details, Mr. Manchios.
Nonsense. I missed it simply because of the busy schedule of the party.
Of course, a staged murder was certainly not planned. You're at the twilight of your life. You have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for one man. That was Fabio. You loved him. That is, you wished to own him with money and gifts. But he was also a free mind, was he not? He turned his back on you. Quite unjust. Love, so cruel and painful, and Fabio, with his words and deeds, made you feel the more wretched. So you killed him.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't allow me to hurt anyone.
You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you, since you were the one who wrote the scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
Early 60s.
who hosts the cream of Cordona's society, cannot possibly be a murderer. But the guests who behave like animals in his mansion, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the rituals, but I did not stage Fabio's death.
The young performer played with your emotions. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time and effort to be with Fabio, but he didn't respond in the way you would have liked. You wanted to be loved, but Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he teased and mocked you. He wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was unbearable. You struck him, and then you staged the ritual. You planted the letter in Vogel's pocket and attempted to set up Matista.
What poppycock? Sherlock, stop this game now.
There is no stop word, Mr. Manchios. Relax and enjoy it. I'll pass the remainder of this case to Constable Oswald. He'll know what to do with you.
Bye! So, I guess that answers my next question. Can I tell the others?
I'd weep if I had any tears left at all.
Well, you'd weep if your body had any tears left at all. Don't forget. Okay. Oswaldo.
I have a name for you. Kurt Manchios.
Is that so? The master of the Sabbath?
The man himself. Mr. Manchios couldn't stand to lose control over his lover. A deadly revenge that deserves a proper sentence. I have all the evidence to charge him.
A degenerate and a murderer. I'll make a name thanks to that for sure. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. Including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
Whoa, 120 monies. That's a bunch. Officers arrived to find the deceased, identified as Mrs. Violet Holmes, lying in the garden of Stonewood Manor. Visual inspection showed the victim to be thoroughly soaked, with a deep vertical incision 2 inches in length down her throat. Her face was swollen and covered in red blotches. Likely cause of death, hypoxia. Awaiting confirmation from medical examiner. Main suspect, Otto Richter, was arrested on the scene. The body was sent for autopsy. So, I think maybe she was suffering an allergic reaction, and somebody attempted a tracheotomy. I have no idea if that's something that would have been attempted in this time period. And I can't remember if I commented at the time, but Vogel did say something about his brother spending time here. So that bolsters my suspicion that his brother is Otto.
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock! The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo!
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
It is what it is.
Whatever the truth, it had to be revealed. The victim deserved it.
Well, you seem confident in the value of your actions. I guess since I'm free, you were heard after all. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
I get enough obnoxious pontification from my brother, so please, spare me your lecture.
Forgive my love for moral philosophy. I know I tend to ramble. You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Yeah, so he knows everything, and he's gaslighting Sherlock, is where I'm going with that. Now, to get my correct outfit, please. Yeah, and we'll skip the mask, I guess. It's sort of boring not seeing Sherlock's face, although he isn't a terribly expressive young man. So we're going back to the manor. And we're going to have a look at the new door that's all de-ashified. Now, can I remember where I live? Can I do it this time? It's not that. Why is there a... Oh, I think there's a case there. Am I doing it again? I think I'm doing it again. No, I found it. That didn't take so long. No thanks to you. Man, and Mycroft's agent is just going to stand there and stare at the door until I do whatever the hell it was that he wanted. And we have to go inside and load the inside. And then we can go outside. What's this? Ms. Violet Holmes, widow of Siger Moreland Holmes, died unexpectedly in her home yesterday, April 9th. She is survived by her two sons, ages 20 and 10, though it is unclear if they will remain at Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Holmes purchased the property only a year ago. Despite her feeble constitution of body so ravaged by consumption, Mrs. Holmes was quickly welcomed into Cordona's elite. In her high vocation, she had, in addition to the deep intuitions of a gifted woman, the strength of a man, the conscientiousness of a saint, and the wit of a satirist. A specialist in ancient objects, she became the authority on authenticity. Police conducted an investigation upon arrival at the manor, but have not released further details. The cause of her death is unknown.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
Why are you standing in the way?
Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry.
John, I always listen to you.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through.
What's up with your eyes?
I don't know beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry, like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
Pain. And truth.
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona. So many others we can help. There is no coming back from this.
No coming back? So is that supposed to be like the if we do this then the story's over thing? I guess we could do some side cases, huh?
I find myself awash.
Shut up. Okay, so if we're not going to find out how our mother died, then I guess we're doing side cases, right? The death in a safe? That one might be kind of fun. Eyes wide shut. Am I not done with this? I thought I was done with this. Oh, we just got to give it to the agent. Okay, so we'll wrap this up since we had already finished it. And then maybe we'll do the safe. So we need to go to City Hall. Fine. City Hall. That it? That's not it. City Hall. Is that it? Yeah. So the agent is somewhere around here? Are you the agent?
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Yeah, okay. Well, where did the agent go? Was he actually in City Hall? He's in the square in front of City Hall. What was that about seeing it on his face? The man's afraid of fire. Okay, so I need to concentrate. But I don't think it's this one. Burnt as a child. It is you. You're a dang old liar.
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more.
Why can't I show him the photo? Huh? It's not going to be you. There's sure a lot of despising people around here.
A contest for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
Where is this fellow? It's not going to be him. Do I need to select the case? Do I need to make it active or something? No, it is active.
Do you know anything about this?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
There we go.
Alas, that's a terrible blow for the office. I'd better pass on your report immediately. Thank you for your service.
The accident doesn't look so accidental anymore, does it?
I think you might be right, John. I feel like someone is leading us by the nose. First time I've encountered such a devious mind.
I suspect not the last.
Ooh, 15 whole monies. Alright, so we're done with that, and now we can move on. Yeah, I guess we'll do the safe. He's being held in the holding cells. Oh, this is... yeah, John wants me to take particular choices in my conversations. John, I think you're boring. I might accidentally do it. Where do the popos hang out? I was there just moments ago. There we go. Over here. What do you got there?
Hello.
It's a lever gun. Okay. That tracks. Now we go back to the holding cells. To talk to some person that we somehow managed not to talk to previously. How's that? Where is my new friendo? All my old friendos have moved on. Is he in the restricted area?
This area is restricted.
Still restricted, apparently. Is there a different police station that I need to go to? Is that what's going on? Are there police stations for each region? That feels excessive. So, do I need to talk to an inspector?
Are you able to help me?
Nah, never come across anything like this.
Never heard of somebody being held in the holding cells, huh?
Can I ask you a question?
It's hard to say when I don't know anything.
That's
You
just
obviously
remarkable.
haven't thought this all through.
John?
Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
I'm so not interested in your crap, especially when there's a whole set of butt plugs for me to comment on. Why do all these people have butt plugs in sets on their desks? It's so weird. Chief Inspector Domingo. I don't think any of those people are going to help me. And nothing there.
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
Thanks for your help. We might as well, since we're entertaining John anyway, do that.
May I ask for your assistance?
I have no information to share.
Not surprising. Oh, my buddy's gone. And I have a different buddy.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you, officer. Perhaps other people know more.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
John, if you're not going to say anything helpful, I would really prefer that you just shut the hell up.
What a long day.
Oh. I don't really appreciate that. Can't get through there. Probably not. That one's empty. This place is getting ready to come down. Are you the person I'm looking for?
Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Let me have a look at you. Focused look with 2 S's. Come on. Recent knuckle trauma. You been doing a little boxing? Wedding ring tight on the finger. I don't know. I guess we'll go with that one.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
No. A minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal?
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
Well, so someone broke in last night and stored a body in your safe, apparently.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Capello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed.
Or maybe the body was put there accidentally, perhaps when it was still alive.
Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes 12 times a day for 12 years. I do not recall.
You already said you knew the victim, but...
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met, and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Cordona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Well, Mr. Capello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall eagerly await your return. After all, little else I can do.
Yeah, they've got you locked up real good down here. Where did they keep your wife, I wonder? So I don't recall spotting her. Maybe she's upstairs? What did we add to the book here? Okay. What? I guess because we haven't added anything to the Mind Palace as yet? Okay. Well, where's his wife then?
Mrs. Capello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Yes.
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
Well, I'm just gonna look you over real quick first. Used a laudanum recently. No, I'm not looking where you think. A parting gift from 1875. Parting with whom? And why did it look red? Marks from fidgeting. How do I know if she's accustomed to the drug? That's a really bizarre thing to crop up here. That's it. She used laudanum recently and she's been fidgeting. I'm going to go with this.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Have you been sapped by the laudanum?
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but, I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall leave you be. If I have further questions, I may visit again later.
Okay, well, that is it for episode 20. Come back and see me in episode 21, if it is episode 21, for a visit to what's-his-name's office. And maybe we'll be fortunate enough to find a dead man there. Talk to you soon.